I
You
don't
gonna
want to
turn that
kill the
shit
guy, but...
off?
Hey, you gonna turn that shit off? Hey.
Oh, if
Alright.
you're not
Yeah.
interested, I didn't know. If you are, you know, go look, let me know when you're done, and I'll shut that shit off.
Cook family.
What has Brittany said? You gotta turn that shit up. As Cook says, you gotta let me know so I can turn that shit off.
Yeah, that's right, dear. That's right.
Also, to thin out the zombie hordes that show up, I've found that it works really well if at all the four corners, because my actual the apartment complex is kind of in the middle of town. I put spikes at all four corners, right? And then it like will cripple zombies and wound them enough that a lot of times by the time they get to the spikes to my house, they're all
Everything? Huh?
they're all done for. What the hell, man?
Alright. I'm watching your thing right now.
Alright, well right now I'm dealing with something stupid because I didn't realize I'd maxed out my inventory, so I'm gonna drink this water that I found on this here zombie till I'm at 100, and then I guess I'm throwing the rest away. So anyway, I built these little bridges, and if you do it like this and it's not a ramp, the enemy will actually go around it. They'll take it as an obstacle that they don't want to attack because it's only one wide. And then they'll walk right through the spikes. And I just haven't...
Okay.
And I don't like the log spikes. The zombies actually crawl up and over them. They don't seem to do that much damage as a whole, but I bet they work well if they fall on them from a distance. I bet they work pretty well that way. Anyway, I built this. This is an experiment. So this is the leap of faith. So you can't tell that I'm running, but I'm running, and you need to be running. But when you're running, you can jump 4 blocks. And this is only 2 blocks wide. And then I put some ladder here. Hopefully I don't fall to my death. But that is a deep hole. And the zombies still don't die when they fall in it. Kills me like, whoop, you're done. Have a nice day. But all it does is break their legs. But it's pretty crazy because on one blood moon, because I'm at day 24, on day 21, the blood moon, 2 zombie bears right next together showed up. And I've got the Tyrannosaurus and Run Forest Run, so I wasn't too worried. I actually baited them and got both of them to chase me. They were right next to one another. And the trick is you want to run past for sure the center of the ramp and then backtrack so that for sure their pathing takes them to the base of the ramp. Right? Otherwise, if they catch an edge, they end up just attacking the edge of the ramp. But you just run up it and you jump off, and then you want to come right here, and you want to be as close to that as possible, because the zombie animals seem to be a little more smarter than the zombies. And so they'll think about going around, but when you get right here, then they for sure fully commit, and they walk off the ledge and go bye-bye.
That's crazy.
But things are kind of messy. Here, I blocked a bunch of stuff off so you like can't use the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is low enough, I guess. No, what's his name cleared that out. Okay, see, I blocked off most of the stairs. So this is the 2nd floor. I numbered it, and I've had to reinforce some stuff. And then this I opened up just because I was trying to build like a 2nd story entrance, and I'm just having huge problems around this. I tried to build it here too, and it's just not working. Every time I will leave the base, I come back and the game has destroyed all of it. So it's pretty frustrating. So then, let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the first level here. Anyway, so I basically just filled in. I haven't finished, but I'm going to basically fill in this whole entire front entrance area. It's probably good enough now, but here's what the zombies did, and I can't get it to fix. So, they collapsed this whole section.
Sucks.
Yeah, this whole section here, you'll be able to see it here in a minute. It collapsed. I was able to repair it some.
Oh, yeah. That's what they did at mine, too.
They just attacked this whole section as soon as I moved in, and they took out enough of this that it all collapsed.
Yeah.
You see how all of that fell? So I've been able to build some stuff, but I've even built a cross, and it just destroys it. As soon as I go away, all of this crossover is gone. See, I had built, you know, like this and filled it in, and then when I go away and it does the reset or whatever, it destroys all of it. So that's why I built this wall out here and put, you know, a bunch of spikes just to try and deter them from getting in here again. So, and then I reinforced this stuff too, so it'll be harder to damage and take down. So, but yeah, I don't know why the building was intact until they did that. Maybe it's some weird code stuff. But I've on this first floor especially reinforced stuff, and then this stuff here, it's just wood. The rest underneath is actually supportive, so you know, a lot of places I've filled this in so that just in case they really get nasty and get through the spikes. So, and then I've tried to do stuff because I've purposely like also called the zombies. I want them to run through my spikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I thought I'd finished doing this. I guess not. I guess I hadn't finished. But I replaced it and built support stuff in here. Cobblestone's pretty sturdy. Because it's these pillars, these wooden pillar here things that caused that collapse. Once they got in there, you know, it was easy to destroy that pillar stuff, and then everything fell on that one corner. But anyway, here and then it'll basically be done. And because I got tired of the doors showing up right, I just knocked out the wall. So I don't have to worry about constantly breaking the doors down and stuff. And then this is what I mean by what I did with the levels. See this wood block here? I can't fall. Right? The worst thing that happens is I end up on that floor. So it makes traveling and getting on and off real easy.
Yeah.
Right, and then this is my main house, and like I said, I blocked this off when I first got here. I didn't realize that the zombies aren't really ever going to try and climb. You know, they're just going to try and take the most direct path and then just attack upwards, right? Like destroy up to 3 blocks, the 2 in front and 1 above. And that's all they're going to end up doing unless they find a way to ramp up or whatever, you know, like a ramp structure. But anyway, I replaced a bunch of this with cobblestone just to try and make sure that I don't find a safe falling through the floor and destroying all the content and stuff. And then I only had this 1 level wide, this thing here, but I tried to make a cistern. I got buckets and I went and got a bunch of water, but it doesn't replenish itself, but the water outside will replenish itself. I think rain. I think if I put this on the roof, it would stay full.
Oh, okay. So, what did you just did the cobblestone right there around it?
Yeah, and I made the floor cobblestone too.
Okay.
Alright, and and then I dumped buckets of water. I could get it to hold 4, but not 5. The water actually is only a half block high, and then if you put another block of water on top of it, it becomes a block and a half high, if that makes any sense.
Okay, yeah.
Right, and so it can like get weird because you think, oh, it can hold more water, and it can't, and then it'll like spill all over the sides and crazy stuff. And you're like, how and it looks like it's leaking out because they don't have it spill over the sides. They just have it as, no, that's actually higher than Anyway, it's weird. I don't like how they did the water. But I have taken basically 60 empty glass jars and walked over to one of the sinkholes and pulled water out of it. I have quite a bit of water. And basically emptied out half the sinkhole, and I came back a few days later and the water was all filled back in. So,
Okay.
including taking 5 buckets and emptying 5 buckets full of water. But
Wow.
when yeah, I've got 5 buckets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I took all 5 and filled them up. Like I said, I was only able to get 4 in there, but in this cistern thing I built. But anyway, I I came back and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna eventually run out of water in this sinkhole, and it fills up, and the only thing I can guess is maybe rain. So
Yeah.
yeah, so let me see, anyway, I don't know if there's anything else you want to see. I
Yeah, I just
appreciate
want to do that,
you.
man.
I appreciate you humoring. And then let's see, one last thing, and then we'll be done.
You haven't built anything on the roof then?
Yeah, I built something on the roof, but nothing much.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Here, I'll show you. I just haven't done anything with it, right? I put some dirt down and I got a chest with more dirt. I just haven't really found any seeds. So,
Okay.
and I've been having a problem even with right, I've got Survivor maxed out, of going through food like crazy. I mean, I don't know why, but I go through food like crazy. Maybe I need to increase health nut, but it doesn't say anything. It just affects wellness. So maybe I'm gonna add a point to it. So yeah, I just added a
Yeah, I think
point
the
and
only
it
thing I
didn't.
did was Survivor and the camel, I think.
What's that again?
The only ones I think I've added were to the Survivor and then the camel.
Yeah, I put 1 point in camel and a bunch in survivor, but yeah, I just went ahead and put 1 point in health nut, but it didn't even affect my health, I don't think. Maybe it went up by 10 points, I don't know. It's showing my max health is 210, so it at least did that part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's more or less what I've built. Oh, here. This is the last thing I was going to show. So I have a bunch of schematics and for whoever wants to join in, and then I've got another chest down below with a bunch of schematics. Anything that I've already gotten if I find it. I think I have like 6 copies of sledgehammers or something like that. Yeah, wrench, gloves, that kind of stuff. Oh. Sawed-off shotgun, hunting rifle. So. Anyway, just trying to share. Viles played this game some. He literally found the side of a cliff, and that's where he built the entrance to his base. Like, you can hardly walk and get to it. It's like a cliff. He was able to figure out how to kind of wiggle waggle up to it. And oh, here, I'll show you. This might be interesting to you. So I took the mini bike and I spent literally 2 hours of real time and followed the road down here to the very bottom, and then just circumnavigated the border. And it's a giant circle. It's bigger than the map that they have. But yeah, and then I finally was just totally full of everything, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming back. And so you know, I was trying to skirt around and stuff, and then I hit here, and then this is my base. But any 6-story structure I found, right, like this, I put a castle marker. So like I explored slightly this one, and that's where the 6-story building is right there. So so I marked that, and then I mark various stores of interest too. Because when you get respawns, that stuff will show back up, like the handyman stuff that'll give you chainsaw and auger parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I marked those on the map with this, just basically like it's a high-rise building, because the only thing that looked like a store when you do waypoints is you know, some kind of I was like, well, what's the closest thing to a store here, right? And I was like, I'd
Mhm.
prefer, those six-story apartments. That's like, a fully defense stuff. So that's not really a high-rise building anymore. That's a castle. So I just
Yeah.
said, okay, I'll use the high-rise building to mark, all the stores. That means a intact structure, commercial grade structure. So,
Hmm.
but yeah. And then, hey, these metal grates, you don't need a forge or anything, and you can shoot through them. And they're really tough. I think it's 1,000 hit points. Um, but you might find some reasons to use that at times.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and then, like I said, I'm gonna start doing some ramps. I haven't done it yet. Anyway, I don't have anything else. There's no point in watching if there's not anything else you want to
Mhm.
look at. Thanks for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, I've got almost 1,000 gunpowder. Doing that mini bike run, I found a bunch of nitrate deposits.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
trying to find too.
I was able to build a bunch of the gunpowder. So I prefer the
Oh,
shotgun rounds because they uh, they only require one gunpowder. The 10 millimeter rounds is two, and the assault rifle and the 7.62
hmm.
is three, I think. Um, and then something else. The 44 Magnum, I think, is three things of gunpowder too. But I don't have a very good shotgun. But once I have at least 250 shotgun rounds, I'm gonna quit using the crossbow for a bit and see if I can't get the shotgun up and going.
I, yeah.
Um, because it's the easiest to make the stuff, and I've got paper somewhere. Is some paper around here? Yeah, I got two. I found a crap ton of paper. So and then guess what I found when I was building that hole? I found a huge clay deposit. So I like have so much clay it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what I thought too.
so well I basically because the clay you can have clay and rock and you don't need a forge and stuff, and the cobblestone is the toughest block you can build without a forge. Um, and so I can just go be anywhere, mine some stone, a little bit of fiber, wood, and find clay, and I can make cobblestone out the ass. So when I was clearing out all that clay, I was laying down cobblestone support because it's like under the building and underneath the main floor structure that the building is on top of. So because I didn't want it to
Yeah.
collapse and just pull a lot of. And then I built a spotlight, but I haven't ever used it. And then most of the rock structures outside that are that white looking stuff, it's potentially all just concrete rubble, and you get sand and rock out of it, and it breaks up real easy, even though it says it has a high strength to it, like 500. Dude, it breaks up with one hit. It just it just
Yeah.
breaks up real easy. And so it'll give you a source for concrete if you really want to use that forge. I have a ton of sand from just breaking that stuff up. Like not around the base, but the buildings around or whatever. It's the
Hmm.
quickest way to collect stone and um, sand, because the whole block disintegrates with one hit from even a mediocre steel pick. So, but yeah, um, but yeah, it's been easy to make the cobblestone like crazy. But yeah, see, there's the. I'm gonna build another mini bike. I'm just gonna have to transfer the tires ultimately, but it's a 600 rank bike. Just haven't put it together yet.
I'll
See
put it
what
together,
else.
man.
Yeah, I gotta clean stuff out. And I'm gonna try the barbed wire fence. I'm gonna go test the barbed wire fence. So my next two items are test the barbed wire fence and where is it? Okay, I want to trade that out at some point. Oh, that's right, the game crashed. That's why that's there. The game crashed last night, and that was some of the stuff. I guess it got lost. What did I do with that other battery? I found a couple of different batteries I wanted to share, but I don't want to, because I forget there's something else you need a battery for. I think the spotlight is needed, but once you do it, the battery's gone. Oh shoot, is that the only battery I have? Anyway, there... know that there's much point watching. I mean, you're welcome to it. I guess I'm gonna put this battery here because I don't know what I did with that. Come on. Game lag. But yeah, I made sure that I built my base close to a desert biome. So I collected, what is it? Over 500 yucca plant to make the yucca drink out of. And then, I forget how much aloe vera, but I turned it all into cream so I could do the medicated bandage. That medicated bandage stuff is the shit, dude. That stuff is freaking crazy. It's almost as good as a health kit, and it will totally restore your health. Like you can have like only 25% of your total health, and one of those will slowly but surely, well, fairly quickly actually bring you to full health. So, oh yeah, let's see, paper, powder, buckshot, and that's what we need. Boom. What am I missing? No, that's gunpowder. I need bullets. Yeah, shotgun shells. Here we go. Boom. Gunsmithing away. Boom. Yeah, so I should have, I had over 200 shells, but Vile came in and I pretty much gave him everything he asked for because the other map of mine, we played it quite a while and then all this stuff broke and destroyed everything he had. So, I was trying to level him back up fairly quickly. Oh, have you, can you drive the mini bike underwater?
I've never tested it. I don't think you can. I don't know though.
Okay, well,
I don't never tested it.
everything else works underwater. The
What's
crossbow,
that?
the chainsaw works underwater. Everything else works underwater.
Yeah, the tools. Yeah.
So yeah, so I have a feeling that you'll be able to get the
Mini bike under there.
yeah. Are you still watching?
Yeah, I haven't tested. No, no, no.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna turn off the broadcast.
I think every one of those water holes has a